Mm-hmm.
We have no assistant, so the angles take some time to get right.
Heel dag se besigheid.
Sy hele dag se besigheid. Ladies and gentlemen, the most popular guest I've had on my podcast is none other than Natalie Adriaan. Sy maak klaar. So we've come back with another Natalie and Alfred podcast. Well, now sort of doubles as a Natalie and Alfred sitting in a tree. How's it been?
Good. How
It's
are
been.
you?
Can we just have you focused? Thank you. How's it been?
It's been good.
It's been eventful.
Yeah, it's been very eventful.
We've had a lot happening. Tyler has had his adenoids taken out, which is always nerve-wracking because they have to put your 1.5-year-old under. So there's a lot of tears there. Even though we've been through this with Ethan, doesn't get easier.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
his grommets.
And his grommets was taken out. Real life is happening at the Adriaan now.
Yeah, and then we all were sick with the flu. I'm still trying to recover. But all good.
I'm getting into that age where I don't tolerate. I get into the pharmaceuticals early. When I can feel, hey, the sickness is coming, I'm doctor to, and I tell him, doctor, give me that stuff that they testing on rats. The stuff they still testing on rats. I took that, and then I take the stuff, and then I got over it quicker than you.
Yeah, it took me a long time.
Yeah,
I just,
but
kept on having this cough.
But you see, your issue is that you don't stop. You don't stop. I have no problem stopping and sleeping. You also have less of an option because that light is on you like white on rice.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't particularly, I can't just get into bed.
He doesn't want to cuddle with me for long periods of time. I'm there for fun. You are there for family.
You are the party.
I'm a party baby. There's spots in the day that I know this is my spot. Anyway, what can you tell me? What else is new? How's your business going? Are you overwhelmed as always?
I am a little. The sad reality is that when you have a business, if you don't work, you don't make money.
Nux.
But at the same time, I've just been so overwhelmed with everything that's been happening, currently, and just life, just life. I'm not gonna go into it, but just life is happening, and things are always busy here in the house, and the kids, and then Tyler, and then getting sick, and then it's just that and a whole lot more. It's just it's been a lot. So I've spent so little time in my studio because I'm always just finding other things that's more important to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know in my head, and it's stressing me out, that I haven't been there in a while. Today, I took my mom just to go do a few important things because she was so bad with the flu. And I mean, she's quite an age. So it takes...
What age are you talking about?
It takes a long time to recover.
Yeah.
So she's unable to do certain things. So I took her and whatever. And I don't feel bad that I didn't go into the studio today because that is it's my priority, to make sure that she's comfortable. But it's just it's those things when it's just life. It's just life that's happening.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot going on, and there's a guilty part of me that hasn't been there in a while.
Listen, I've seen these conversations on the internet all the time, and it's true. There's a lot. It's not fair to a mom. Mothers, there's a lot more of a burden on you than on me. Because one, these kids are more attached to you. Doesn't matter what I do. And number two, I'll let them eat what we had yesterday. You know what I mean? So I always try and get you to just let go a little, but that's not your personality. So, hey.
No, it's not my personality. And you also didn't marry a girl that just lets go. Girlfriend has to do what she's got to do.
Sy voel sy moet alles doen. And that is one of the days I said, okay, now, well, today you must just lay down. But even that you couldn't really do.
I couldn't, man. And I was thinking about it while I was laying there because I was actually watching a rerun of Bridgerton.
I thought you'd watched that already.
It was. I did.
But you reacted like it was the first time.
Yeah. That's how quiet he is.
Bridgerton is one of those shows
Anyway.
that I cannot get behind.
A squire man. But then I was laying there and I'm watching it. Just understand that I'm watching, but my mind is everywhere. It's everywhere that I'm everything that I'm supposed to do, everywhere that I'm supposed to be, little things, big things. I'm laying there and I'm like, I should be doing this, but I'm watching this. But let me watch this because the doctor says I must rest. If I don't rest, I'm not going to get better, and then I'm just going to be sick all the time. I've been sick for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's not good. That's
But
because
like-
your system's down and you're not giving yourself a break.
Anyway,
Anyway,
it's not going to change.
no, it's got to change because it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. Or can you please put your phones on
My
silent?
phone is off. It's my watch.
Be a professional. My side, I mean, I'm trying to write a one-man show. It's very scary when I'm in this phase of these shows, because I don't know if the jokes are going to work that I wrote or the ideas that I have is going to resonate with people. We find ourselves in a very different space. It's not as easy to write anymore at the moment because we have 2 kids. And even though I have my office here, it is extremely busy. Even though you do so much, like pick up, drop-offs, those things, like just like the feet running outside, it's easier and then sometimes my little one will come and knock, or my eldest will come in here and he will color in. It's difficult to write jokes. It's very difficult. So Natalie and I have decided that what happens now is that she's like, you've booked me a room in a hotel in the city so that I can focus next week on writing a show.
I initially said he must go. I will book a place like at the beach.
Yeah.
But the first thing he said was the beach is going to distract me, and then I said it's okay. I'll find a place in town. So I said, yeah, no. The deal is that I book the place, you write. But don't now go and invite this one and that one, and you want to go for lunch and breakfast with this one and that wasn't the point. It can you well.
I invited Mark for breakfast at the hotel next
Yeah,
week
you
already.
see, that wasn't the point.
But Mark will help me write the jokes when he's fine.
Mark is not going to help you write the jokes. It's your jokes. You help yourself write your own jokes.
But now, what I need when I write is just silence and space. And space in a weird way, physical and just no one interrupting. So I've got the ideas. I need to put the final, it's bringing the final structure together as to where everything fits. And then going to...
Mama, I can see people being judgmental right now.
For what?
But it is, man,
What did happen? The spitfly.
That you must go and write a show in a silent
hotel.
place.
That
we must pay for.
Listen, people can judge. This is what I do to get where I need to be. It's all that matters.
I don't think that anyone realizes how much it takes to write a show. I think that so many thinks that it's just, but he's just on stage talking shit.
I turn my soul inside out.
It really isn't. Like, I see it. I think I've been around long enough to see that it is the hardest thing that you need to do. Even though you enjoy it when you're on stage, but writing it takes up so much mental capacity.
There's so much overthinking. There's so much
overthinking.
There's so much. It's
fear.
It's all of the above, but it's also like trying to find your authentic opinion.
Yeah.
And the honesty.
Yeah.
It's not just the jokes. It's also digging to honest places.
Yeah.
So that the jokes or the stories resonate.
Mm-hmm.
And often what happens is you write a lot of stories, and you've seen this.
Yeah.
Where the first time, that's why I do the test shows. When I do the test shows are fun because people get to see the process sort of. But I've already written a show. And then the test shows, I go out there and I deliver the jokes. The audience knows what's happening, and I tell them it's a test show.
And I'm judgmental.
You in the back, we record the bit so I can watch myself or listen to myself later. But when I go home, if I had written I will cut. If I say I've written 80 jokes or 80 stories, I'll probably cut 20 in the first night. And then I'll rewrite stuff until I get to 1, it must be honest and true. 2, it must be funny. 3, I try my best not to make it hurt individual audience members. Sometimes you speak about a group, but there's also those considerations. But you have to run the show. It's tough. It's tough. It's wonderful. It's rewarding, but it's not easy. So I need space, and I also need big, because I look crazy while I'm writing a show. I need to be alone. Like I
No,
walk
you
around
definitely
up
need to
and
be
down, and I
alone.
fuss and I write on paper, and then I go and I need that. So, and also like if I don't think people will judge, because I go, if that's what I need to pay my bills, then that's what I need to make. I can't now go, oh, now I'm going to spend XYZ money. Because what do I want to save? There's nothing to save if I don't write these things, So yeah, I'm there. And then the other stuff is that I'm also shooting podcasts. I try and shoot 3 or 4 a week. Then there's the editing of that. I do, people don't know this, but I edit those things myself. I write my own jokes. I don't have ghostwriters, and I have to perform it. And so that's why I'm going through
Why
now.
do you say often?
Because
It's often.
I used to say often, and then someone said it was often.
It's often. Who says often?
You can say it both. I googled.
Who says often?
I've googled it. It says
Anyway.
you can say often or often. I used to
Okay.
say often. I'll go back because you say so.
Often.
But yeah, that's where I am.
Okay.
That's where I'm. And then the kids are doing well. Ethan is in grade 1, so he's trying to learn how to read, which is shame. I remember all I see is myself in him, like trying to figure out how to read. You forget how hard that is. Like, and we're just trying to get him to a place where he's comfortable, So
Shame,
he's
and
trying.
he does try. He
Yes,
tries.
he's a hard
his
one. He's a
face
trier.
lights up when
He gets it right.
When like he came to me this afternoon, Mommy, I want to read this book, but we all know he memorized those words.
Yeah.
And he read the book, and he was so chuffed with himself, and
Yeah.
I love that. Like, I love that he just lit up when he shame. Yeah.
It's so difficult being a parent and watching, because I never realized. So I think I see a lot of myself in him, and I think that's probably the same for I'm so sure it's for you as well. Where I go like, this is some of the stuff I used to struggle with, and it takes me back to that vulnerable place when I was 6, and also like struggling with sounds. And I used to
I don't
struggle with
remember.
sounds. I used to
I don't
struggle.
remember when I was 6, man.
If it wasn't for my auntie Loretta, I'll promise you, I would not have coped in the first grade. My auntie Loretta used to take me. She's my aunt. She used to drill me, and then she was a great help. And then but I see it, man, and it's tough to watch
Yeah.
also. And you try to help, but you also don't have the patience because you're the parent, and he
you see
doesn't
now
listen
that-
to you like he listens to his teachers.
But
and-
that's exactly the problem that I'm having now. I'm not a very patient person. I'm just not patient. I'm not patient. So there's times where he's now gutful. No? Because now he's had a long day at school,
Yeah.
and now I still want to sit with him on homework. He don't smack that homework anymore. And now I sit with him, and I get frustrated when he doesn't want to,
Yeah,
just try to give me that one letter. And I know he knows it. And then I get frustrated, and then I get the moeren
Yeah.
because he's not listening.
Yeah.
And then I just kick the bucket. I'm like,
I'm done.
I'm
and
done
this is
now.
also to your credit, this is after you've made lunches, which you pre-packed and made special. You've made coffees. You've taken him to. I've taken him to. I drive him to school. You've picked him up. You've taken him to swimming. He's come back from swimming. He's the hockey. You've gone through a day. So it's a challenge. I didn't realize what a
Yeah,
challenge it
man,
would
listen,
be
it's
to
a
have a
challenge.
child in
Shame.
school, proper school, and he's a great kid. But these are just, I think, normal challenges. But you feel horrible because when you lose your temper, like I do as well. Like I feel horrible, and then there's moments, especially in the morning when I go drop him off at school and I see him walk with his little backpack. I remember he's just 7.
He's only 7. He's still such a baby.
He's a baby, and because
He's
Nai's got a
only
little
7.
brother,
He's
it's
so
easy
tall.
to almost expect.
Yeah.
You expect too much from a
No, you
7-year-old.
do.
All of a sudden, you
You
go like,
really
"You big,
do.
he's not big.
Yeah.
You must not just cope."
And
It's almost
he
like,
asked me random questions. I'm like, why do you not know this? And he's like, he's only 7.
yeah, he's only 7, and he's we're trying our best, but
Like I felt
you feel like you feel horrible sometimes.
like Tyler, when he was in hospital last week, so obviously did like the allergy testing as well, which I wanted. because I needed to see. And let me tell you, I felt like the worst mother ever because the doctor phoned me and he's like, okay, he's allergic to peanuts. Now, we knew that already.
So
from his
we cut him off of peanuts a long time ago.
Yeah. We knew that from his previous pediatrician in Joburg.
Nut allergy.
And then she said that he is like 8.5 or something like that.
Very
for
allergic
milk.
to milk.
And
We've been giving him yogurt and
peanuts is 7.8. Dairy milk is 8.5, and like everything else is like 0 point something.
yeah, that's
And you won't believe how shit I felt as a mother, because every morning he gets a bottle of milk, every evening he gets a bottle of milk. Sometimes for lunch he gets a yogurt. And this child is such a happy-go-lucky child that you don't see that he's flippin' suffering with his
he's
nose.
suffering. But also, like, I don't know. I've said this to you a few times. I know the pediatricians would have recommended you need like milk, but I go like, humans are the only animals on earth that drinks the milk of another mammal after they were born.
But did you see how he drinks that milk?
And he drinks it like,
Yes, man. He cherishes that milk.
yeah,
when he
nee,
gets it. He's
smaak.
like, it's like it's the world's best thing at that. Yeah, there's like the
There's a
15
comfort in it.
minutes of that milk is the treasure.
So he's being weaned off now.
So I'm
But I don't
busy
know.
weaning him
I
off
mean,
now,
feeling
yeah.
bad about that. How you didn't know? You did your best.
But I feel bad because I've been giving him this milk and he's been suffering in silence. And like the doctor says, yeah, you just don't know that he's suffering. He's just gotten used to it. I'm like, how can you tell me that?
Shame. And he was snoring. I don't know, it was so bad. He was snoring. But anyway, it feels like we're talking about our very domestic life. You see how like our life is very boring and normal. Since we've moved to Cape Town, we have been a little bit more social, but it's sort of back to reality again.
We are a lot more social.
There's a lot
I
more
feel
things like
yeah.
so,
and
we're in a more social space here, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely. And
Do
there's
more
just so
stuff.
many things to do for the kids. Like my friend Nadia messaged me yesterday. I need to answer in 4 hours. I'm like, what? She's like, I want to take the kids to so-and-so on Saturday. And she's always messaging me. Like there's always something to do because we like obviously
And
have the same age kids.
I like Nadia's energy because she leans into it.
She loves it.
you know,
Yeah, no, that's exactly.
Like I will let work get ahead of me. I've been feeling guilty about the amount of time I spend on my phone. I think it's all consuming. It's consuming too much of my time. So like I'm trying my best to put my phone down, but it's so hard for me because it's fundamentally how I make my money. And it's very addictive. We all know this death scrolling thing. It's very addictive. You're very good at you leave your phone. But I am attached to this thing.
I feel there's a part of me that's forced to do it because I'm so busy with the kids. I'm so busy with everything else. Like I kind of have to just forget about it.
And it's part of what I do and I enjoy doing, but you need to have some sort of grip and control over it, So nowadays I post and move on with my day. I'm trying to do that. So that's been a big thing for me because I go like, I know exactly what I need to do to get where I want to go to next. I know exactly what to do. I'm just struggling to manage my time so that I can get there. Between having a family and doing, because I don't just do stand-up as a thing. I do a lot of corporate engagements, right? So then I go to those, and then there's briefings, and there's times where I have to talk to people, and then there's writing these shows, and then there's just a lot, and then planning tours and stuff like that, because I do everything. We do everything ourselves. Yeah, you start feeling guilty about how much. Then you have to go like, and every day I drop my boy and I talk to him in the car, and I go, yo, time is flying. I look at him and I'm like, how do I get more time? How do I spend more? How can I have more dinners with him or with them? I want to get the maximum out of them, because if I don't build my relationships with them now, what do our relationship look like when they're 15, 16, 17? So that's what I'm struggling with.
Like we were all laying in the bed now the other night, and like we try to let them go sleep in their beds or whatever, but like they always come back,
Yeah.
And we were all laying in the bed, and Alfred was like, this is the best it's ever going to be.
I say
And I
that a lot.
said, that is so true, because also you need to cherish that moment, but also they are going to grow older in
gonna
the
grow
next
up.
few years, and they're not going to want to be with you anymore.
They're gonna want to go to the
So
skip.
like, I love the fact that they
In
come
the
and lay
bed.
with us, and we'll watch a movie together, and
Here
then,
and- yeah.
I need to cherish those moments, because it's not going to be there forever.
This is the best it's ever gonna be. You can make more money, but no amount of money is gonna, having your kids, your wife, your there in the house, present, your family, everyone's healthy. That is all you need in your life, right? We are fortunate to make enough money so that we're not like panicky about it. But you can, the trap is chasing money so hard that you lose the value of this time. Time. And then at the same time, if you don't, like if we don't engage with these businesses and do what we have to do, you struggle because you go, I've got to
pick it
put
up
money
again.
away for this
Yeah.
boy to go to university because I've got to while it's going well, I must put more money into this bond. Like my big priorities in my life is to put money into the bond and put money away for my retirement and then put money away for my kids so that they can be, educated and, have the opportunities that my parents gave me. Balancing that stuff, my goodness. And then you also have to still parent and you look at this boy and you go, should I put him in jiu-jitsu? What's going to be better for him? Should I do this? Should we do that? He's swimming upside. He's swimming so well. He's swimming well.
Alfred went to go see him. Like
I went to see him for the first time in a while.
For the first time, since we moved from Joburg, and I put him in a swimming school here, and he was so impressed by the progress.
He
And I was
swims,
so
man.
happy. I was so happy that you came to come and see him.
He swims
because
better than what I can
he
swim.
loves that. And you see, that's the thing. Ethan loves that. And you could see that every time he does a lap, then he looks up to see if you're looking. And he loves that. He just likes that acknowledgement and the fact that you're
wild.
there to support him, and you can see it on his face. I mean, he's 7 years old, but you can see that boy loves having you
It's
around.
wild being someone's dad because I remember I love my father. It's no secret. Everyone knows
I
that.
love your father.
Everyone I love my mother, but I mean my dad, there's a thing that a boy and a father has. It's different from a mother's relationship. Even with a small one, he screams my name like Daddy, just to show me a car. He's got a car. Daddy.
Actually, anything. If he has anything in his hand, Daddy.
Hy's mal oor 'n kar ry. Jy's kaal, maar ek gaan my sleutels moet wegsteek. Other than that, anything coming up? Where would you like to see, what would you like to see this year in terms of travel?
Gosh, I don't know, man. It's so hard for me to
I'll tell
talk
you if you
about
tell
the
me.
future.
I'll tell you if you tell me.
What?
What would you like to see? Where would you like to go? So that I must have that on my list as well because life isn't getting longer. It's getting
Okay,
shorter.
so we need to book flights to PE with Tyler because he's turning 2 soon.
Before he turns 2, so that we don't have to pay for him.
Because after 2, we have to pay full price. So I do know that needs to happen before.
Maybe we just like a road trip, man. Frikadel, you
I
gaan
mean,
ons.
we could, but Ethan's school. You don't
Yeah.
have any off days. And yeah, I don't know.
To go see my parents because Ethan has a great time.
And
And
we also
Tyler
haven't-
hasn't
we
really
haven't
been to
actually
my
been-
parents' house yet
Yeah, we
properly.
actually haven't been.
So that's one. And then the second one is I would like to do another local getaway here in the Western Cape. We did Paternoster not too long ago. That was a great little trip. It was so good. We got a great rate.
It was so good because
Got a great fee because those places are expensive in the peak season and we got it for a good rate and we got to walk on the beach every day. It
I
was
feel
lovely.
like that was really a nice few days where both of us kind of just let go.
Yeah,
a
that was
little bit.
great.
Yeah. Obviously,
great.
you need to check your phone for this and that because we do have to still be present. But it was a great way of just putting down, spending time with the kids, walking on the beach, randomly going to a restaurant, just like taking
good.
it hour by
That was
hour.
great. We haven't spoken about Amsterdam. We didn't speak about Amsterdam. We went to Amsterdam. Did you enjoy Amsterdam?
I thought it was lovely.
Very fortunate to obviously be able to
Yes.
travel like that. I did shows in Amsterdam. It was good. Yeah, it's my first time out there. It was lovely. The audiences were great. Coming back, I did have a hell of a fight with one of the guys over there that wanted to, and I don't care, but I won't say names and stuff, but I had trouble getting my money out of someone, which is something people don't speak about in our business. Small businesses, sometimes you struggle.
Was baie bedonend.
Ja, as brown to slat me.
Yeah, no.
And I mean, I worked with great people over
if you
there.
didn't force the situation eventually, I don't think you would have gotten your money out of it. So
I worked with some great people in Amsterdam and they paid me immediately, which fantastic, right? But there was one particular person that I did work with, not necessarily like it wasn't a person on my posters or any other clubs, it wasn't that. It was someone else and I did some business with them, and it's a content thing I did. And that was part of why I went to Amsterdam and then added shows. But long story short, it was, one of those stories like, I'll pay you tomorrow, I'll pay you tomorrow, I'll pay you tomorrow. And then you let it go and then it's 2
no, but
weeks.
they think you're gonna forget.
Then it's 2 weeks, then it's 3 weeks. Then the clubs have paid me. The shows I did, the live shows have paid me ages ago. Then I went, why is this person taking so long to pay me for the stuff we did? The stuff that's outside of comedy, but it's content stuff that we did. And then I went nuts. I do not. I don't have the personality. I'm very good. I'm kind. I'm great. I do everything I can. I'm a kind human. But I do not let people roll me.
Tolerate people stealing from me.
I don't do it because I don't look at it like they're stealing from me.
Hy's 'n stealery.
I look at it that like they trying to take money out of my kids' mouths. And then I started going to work on this person. And Natalie watched me just not lose my cool, but just get razor focused on getting this money out.
You lost it. That was the only thing that you were focusing on to get your money.
I had to listen. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I had authorities and institutions involved with getting my money out of a foreign country. And so many times small businesses and artists get done
and
in.
that's a sad
We don't
thing.
get our money.
That's a
and
sad
I
thing.
found out that this person had done this to other, because
Yeah.
I started looking at colleagues that know this individual, and then those colleagues of mine and friends of mine said, no, they haven't been paid for years.
That's
either.
the way it is.
They didn't. He's like this. I said, that's not happening. Not on my watch. Then I went, because I also feel, and this is maybe a very toxic, masculine, weird thing, but I go, I can't have my wife see me go to another country to go and work there, deliver, and make somebody else a lot of money. We made money together and selling this content, and then go, and then I'll just go, okay, they're not paying me. Hi, boy. Me. Hi, boy. Got my money. And when I did get my money, I did. No, but when I got my money out of him, I did that jig. Did that dance. Got my money out of him. And then my friends got their money out of him, or one of my friends.
Did
got his
they?
money. Yes. Took another week, but I told him how to get his money out of him. Because I also don't believe in violence, and obviously this is not even close to that, right? But I also don't believe in making empty threats. When I say, bruh, I'm going to call a lawyer, I call the lawyer first before I tell you I call the lawyer. The lawyer will call you to tell you that I call the lawyer. And also in these things, like so many times people roll you, ne? You know why? In small businesses general. Because when somebody says to you, "Ne, a lawyer to fat," most of the times they don't know what they're talking about, because it's mostly not worth it. It must be a huge amount of money for it to be worth it. So then you must look for other avenues to get your money out. Lucky for me, I'm crafty.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, long story short, I got my money out. But Amsterdam was great. And now I'm on the road again. Are you nervous because I shared that story?
Yeah, just a little.
Why?
I mean,
I don't care. You can must see.
okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Anyway, what?
Nah, this isolate. But no,
No, I mean, it wasn't as bad as what you're making it out to be. But yes, we did take things further, and
I got my money.
if you weren't if you weren't forceful, you would not have gotten.
But
it.
also, this is the other thing. I'm not talking just about this. I get robbed quite often. Often. Once every now and then, someone doesn't want to pay me, even though I've done the work, even though there's contracts, because the people know there's loopholes, and sometimes you give up. So I've gotten a thick skin, and I've become very hard in getting my money out of people, because there's a lot of advantage being taken of small business owners. You guys know this. I saw it with my father back in the day, and you just have to, especially when you're on the right side of things, you must do the best you can to get your money out within the legal parameters. And I see it. Have you had people not pay you? You feel horrible.
All the time.
They
and
never
then you
pay
feel
you.
like you're a failure because
Yeah.
you've put in so much work and effort into this, and then someone doesn't pay you. I've had to stop so many ways that I do things just to not let people do this to me.
Yeah, no. Over the years, I'm lucky that I've got great clients, and because I'm a comedian, a lot of my work comes through a ticketing business that I've been working with for years. So that's the bulk of my income. But every now and then I will write stuff for somebody, or I will help them with a project, like a show or a thing. And then there are loopholes where you go, sometimes you're not working with a great person. And while I was in Amsterdam, I had an argument. This is a weird thing about my life, is that I don't think people understand how much conflict resolution I have with other businesses that don't want to pay their bill. It's so much of that. And it's sometimes it's not a big amount of money for them, but it's life-changing amounts of money for me, So yeah, here's your contract. Anyway, that being said, quite a bombshell to end with. What else is there?
I mean, great.
Your hair looks good. You look good. Skin looks good. Wow. Ek sê jou vat my al twee jou kinders. I love saying that. Jou vat my al twee jou kinders. And those are nice tekkies. Oh, that's lovely. Natalie het geskimp vir die tekkies te koop ek het vir haar. That's a Mother's Day present. Show the people.
No.
Show the people. They want to know. So yeah, Natalie was
I wanted to
skimping.
buy it in Amsterdam for myself, but it was so expensive.
Yeah, I must know a skimp when I see one. When you look at a shoe,
Skimping.
you were like this. Oh, if only.
Don't do nonsense. I wasn't skimping.
Listen, you can't go look at a pair of shoes more than 3 times. And with your husband, and not buy the shoes and think I'm now. But anyway,
It
you
was
look
between
nice.
that and another piece. I took the other piece. Anyway.
It looks nice. Lovely. I think that's it. Is that a wrap? Is there anything else you would like to chat about? You sure?
What else would you like to chat about?
There's nothing. I mean, I always feel like people love watching these for some reason. This is the one part of the thing I don't always get. Because I go, it's just my life. And it's not like we're talking about things that it's very normal stuff.
Are you enjoying Cape Town so far?
Please, I moved my family here for a reason. I love Cape Town.
We've been getting that question quite a lot. Like every time we see someone, oh, Cape Townians. The Cape Townians have arrived. Oh, how are you enjoying Cape Town?
There's
always been asked.
the living in Cape Town is fantastic. But also, everyone that's a parent and has a family here knows 90% of the time, or 60% of the time, let me not exaggerate, we are in the house doing what we need to do to get these children fed and through school.
No, for sure.
And so there's a part of it, I moved to Cape Town, but I'm not out here enjoying Cape Town as much as what I think people from other places think. We also have lives. You can't go to the beach every day,
Yeah, no.
It's lovely that it's there and it's near and it's things to do and absolutely great times. We've had fantastic times. But there's also a lot of day-to-day regular life stuff that happens. But it's been great, man. I mean, I've had a good time. I've been to Joburg a couple of times. I've been back home. It's not nostalgic for me. It's not like, ooh, I think for you it's going to be like a nostalgic feeling. But I'm there almost like once, well, how many times a
I
month?
miss my sister.
You miss your sister? Maybe you must come up with
I
me. Why
miss
not
my,
these days?
my little niece. I really,
You haven't been
miss
out there
spending
for, what, 9 months?
Well,
We've been
yeah,
here for
well,
9
since
months?
we moved.
No, we're almost here, yeah. What's no, May?
Well, not
June,
really.
now August, we're only here, yeah. So, yeah, so we've been here for 9 months or so. And you haven't been back. So when I go back like once every
You
week.
do. Now you're going next week again.
I'm going next week again. So I go a lot. So I still see everybody and I still feel in tune with the city. So yeah, I'm looking forward to touring again. I won't lie, because once I do have the jokes and it works, I love going on the road and telling these stories.
Maar die eerste vier aan.
And that's why they call test shows small groups. I do like 50 seats only. And the people that have been, I think, will know what I'm talking about. There's a couple, I've done it many times. I've done it a few times. And weirdly enough.
Just don't have high expectations.
No, but when I walk out there somewhere, it sort of works. Even when a joke flops, the audience has a good time. They laugh at me dying in front of them. And then they go, that didn't work. So yeah, I used to have like there was a venue in Joburg I used to use that used to give everyone a glass of wine. That helped a lot. There was a glass of wine and a fire, and then
was really
40 people
cozy.
there.
People knew what they were coming for.
And then I'd walk in and do these jokes and hey. Yeah, but so once the jokes work, I love it. I can't wait. I've got 54, I'm coming to 54 cities and towns so far. It's probably gonna, I've done the artwork, the posters, the name of the show's out is so look out at my social media. Unfit and Fat is still on my webpage. It's gonna end soon. And yeah. You know what I like about when the show is done and I cut the clips and I put it on the internet, how many new people I find that has never seen what I do. Like people think like, oh, you famous. I don't think of myself as famous or us as famous. I think I'm popular.
It's like,
I think popular is a better word.
Yeah.
Popular when you have like two. Famous is like.
Yeah, famous is
Famous is like
level here on fame.
Like I always say, like when I was rolling around with Mark Lottering, I think Mark is famous.
Oh gosh,
He's famous. There's a difference. Like I've got a great audience. They come and they support me, but it's not like that. That's generate. That's like Mark's been famous for 26 years.
It's ridiculous.
So it's a different, like it's generational.
That's
it's
fame.
different.
Yeah.
Like when I'm with Mark, I'm taking people's. Give me the phone. Let me the photo fit. But I'm popular and I've got a nice present audience, which is great. But anyway, that's it.
Who would you like to see on the podcast?
Who would you like to see on the podcast?
Me?
Yes. I can tell you who I've got. I had Vanet Ibrahim. I had Clint L, the DJ, this week, which is all coming out soon. I have Jonathan Rubain coming.
We should try to get Belinda Davids when she's in the country.
I've been trying.
I'd love to
get
hear
Belinda
from her. Yeah.
And Belinda's from Galvin. and I grew up in PE.
She recently got married.
How's that? I've met her. She's nice. I mean,
yeah,
she's very talented. I hope hopefully we'll be able to get Belinda Davids to come. So that's one. There's a lot of people that are still on their way. Eventually we will have Mark. The reason everyone goes like, when's Mark coming? The reason because I see Mark a lot. We friends. We spent a lot of time together now. So I'm giving it a breather so that we can have things to talk about. I know there's a lot of big things coming up as always in his life. Then maybe we'll chat down the line. There's Siv. Siv said, when am I going to be on the podcast? Alistair Isabel, we want on the podcast. Luqman, I want Luqman and his wife on the podcast. Because I think that conversation, but it'll be Luqman and his wife, Adams, and you and me. But that's a big setup, so I have to be ready for that.
There's a few couples that I would like to actually,
talk to. As a group.
Don't say interview, just talk. We're just
Chat.
having a chat. Yeah. Like just to know like how they deal with this
Life and things.
Yeah.
The podcast has been, I'm very happy with it. Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's not a big splashy podcast, but people watch, And
Yeah.
It's,
Are you enjoying it?
I love it. I love having the chats. It's easy. It doesn't feel like work to me. It's easy. It's very. But what's nice about the podcast is that people are you get to the bones of. I'm fortunate that I'm friends with or I've known a lot of these people, or even if I didn't know them, they become comfortable quickly. My podcast, because they know I'm not here to hurt people. I'm not here to ask you about your divorce.
Is die scandal
Is die scandal in We're talking about there's a it's not the place for you. We are young. I took it all off because I was washing my hands. I put it in the cupboard inside. You always want to notice my ring now and then. I wear my ring every day. My little boy, I've got a little dish next to my bed where I put my ring in at night because I can't sleep with a ring on. Every morning. Because it's most magical. It's most what do they call it? Magical chairs. What's I done? Laser. So Natalie and I will go to bed. We'll put them to bed. By the morning, Natalie's gone to sleep there. Or I've gone to sleep by the one and he's gone. Because the little one will wake up.
Yeah.
And
that bra will end up together.
That bra will walk in the dark to you.
Oh yeah, you will.
He'll play. I hear him sometimes playing. I'm like, die bra speel alleen aan binnekant. Then I must go fetch him. Then I put him in the bed. Then my eldest boy goes, then I know he's going to wake up. And then I look at the time and I go, we don't have time for you to wake up and come get me in an hour. Let me just go sleep here. Then I end up sleeping there. Or sometimes Natalie sleeps with him. As chaos, man.
Completely. We never end up in the same bed together.
No, I never wake. I very seldomly, we go to bed together, but we very seldomly wake up together. But how did we get here?
Terrible. Yeah, I don't know.
There was a reason.
Oh, the ring. And
then in the morning, if I'm in the other room, the way Tyler will wake me up is he'll come and he'll go, huh? Because he doesn't speak yet, Dad. And then he has my ring. He taps. He has my ring. I'm so nervous one day that ring is just going to go. But he's been consistently brings me my ring and then I put my ring on and then that means we must get up now. It's his cue. Yes. And then, that is about it. That's about it. So the podcast has been great. There's a lot of people that I'd love to have on. There's a lot of topics we're gonna cover.
There's also a lot of people that's asked to come.
It's like an inside joke with a lot of people. Like, ek sien almal is op, maar nie ek nie.
And I'm just like,
No, but it's nice. It's a nice thing because people don't have to come on. They're just making that joke to make it easy for me to invite them. Because Oh, and we had Jonathan Butler. We met him at the dinner one night. We had dinner with him, which as the first time I met him, we had I sang Lies, my favorite song with him. It was lekker. He's very kind, very cool guy.
Evening.
Very nice guy.
I love that.
And then, man, the other nice part about Cape Town has been that we have been very fortunate. People always say, oh, Cape Town's cliquey. I think that we've been very fortunate that people have invited us in a lot, which is we are grateful for. We like that. Thank you.
And we're not, I don't think that we are cliquey in any certain way. Like we've got so many different groups
people.
Of friends. So I think we are outside of that bubble.
Different. Also I'm going to more theater things now. Go and see Kurt's Conrad's show, Funny Side Up. I thought that was very funny. It's beautiful. He speaks about, I won't let any other jokes out, but he speaks about his father in such a humorous, fun and a way to connect. Natalie was too sick to go, so me and my brother went. So I enjoyed that show. I enjoyed Lighty Mary Biscuits. It was very intense, though. You were so sick you couldn't go. That was quite heavy. So I'm going to more theater things because there's also, I feel like it's...
There is so much happening in Cape Town. We spoke about this now the other day. Like every day there was something going on. Oh, this is happening at da-da-da. Oh, tomorrow this is happening. There is... like Cape Town, you cannot get bored here. There is so much happening.
There's a lot.
In Joburg, I used to go to malls for fun.
Yeah, you must watch.
It was ridiculous.
You must watch your budget. You can.
No, you have to.
No. Because it's so much
adult things.
We went to the jazz festival.
We did. Oh, I love that.
That was lovely. So incognito. That was lovely.
But adult things is in general just expensive. But kids,
that's everywhere.
I love taking my kids to places or whatever, but just every time 500 Rand. Like,
I don't know when did it become 500 Rand when you leave the house. to entertain children.
I must
I'm
always
done
think,
with that. Jy moet
look
gaan
here,
skop die bal op die
I
vlakkie.
love
Huh?
taking, yeah, I mean, yeah. You know,
You more like that. Me, ek vat hom hier na die park, hy moet bal skop. And he loves it. He likes the ball
no, he
skoppery.
does. I was actually thinking of doing this afternoon, but it's too late now. Anyway.
But anyway, there'll be more podcasts. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Mrs. Adriaan, for coming out.
Thank you. Now I need to go sort out food. I don't know what we're eating.
Sorry, nuggets in the air fryer. Open a can of baked beans. Shabaraps.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.